rock stars, Rex, Claire, and Skylar with our Jaguars, Jack, Jackie, and Gigi. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Ms. Terry's third grade class. Please remember to stay standing for the school song. The name of our musical scratch project is In Space's Future. We made the music on Scratch. We were inspired by the solo ensemble concert. We made it by layering songs and using trial and error. They included bell toll, dubstep, and dance magic. Project and the code he used to create it.
This is a game I made with code. In this game, you gotta run away from the cube because you are the Pac-Man, and you have to eat the cherries. And when you eat the cherries, you get more food. It shows how much food you've collected up here. It also shows your health. You lose health when you get hit by the red cube, like that. And then when you lose all your health, then you lose. I used code to make this. So there's this code. These make your character move, because this makes it move up. This makes it be able to move up. And then it is constantly moving. So you press each arrow key to change its direction. And then you gotta eat the food, which the code does this. And this makes it so you can eat it. And then you have eaten food, and then it changes your food by 1, so that you have more food.
All these amazing projects, well done. Give them another round of applause. Great job, everyone. Jackter Showcase. Drum roll, please. Martin S. Gina H. Come on down. See it high, let it fly. Have you heard this saying before? Have you guessed it yet? It is a phrase normally used in the sport of golf. Golf is a really fun and exciting sport that you can play whether you're young or old, small or big, or even slow or fast. How to play golf. Golf is played outdoors in open land known as a golf course. A golf course has 18 holes. The starting point on each hole is at a tee box. A tee is used to tee the golf ball so you can hit it as far as possible. A putting green is an extremely smooth and somewhat small area with sharp up turns. On the putting green, there is a hole that is marked with a black and a hole. There are many obstacles between the tee box and the hole, such as bunkers, water, and trees. Bunkers are cut from sand since it's harder to hit from sand versus grass. In the goal, every hole is par. Par is the expected amount of strokes to get the ball into the hole based on the difficulty of the hole. Par is determined by the length of the hole. This is how Tiger Woods, one of the greatest golfers in the world, can play a par 445 yards long hole. He would use a tee to elevate the ball up at the tee box. Use a driver to smash the ball as far as possible, probably about 300 yards. After his drive, he would be about 150 yards away from the hole. He would then use a pitching wedge or iron to hit his next shot onto the green. He then would align his putter. He then would use a putter to put the ball into the hole. Tiger puts the ball into the hole in 3 strokes. You have birdied the hole. A birdie is when you have 1 less than par. An eagle is when you have achieved 2 less than par. You can also get a hole in one by hitting your ball into the hole in 1 shot. The normal par for an 18-hole golf course is 72. Thank you. Next we have Gina, who will now share her opinion of a piece called Zootastic Zoos with Us.
Have you ever been to a zoo? If you have, you might have seen an endangered animal. You only see the endangered animals because the zoos help take care of the endangered animals. I say yes to zoo. What do you say about zoos? Join to my amazing story, and if you were wondering, this will be about keeping animals safe and treating animals with care. In my opinion, zoos keep their animals safe. I know that because animals are kept in enclosures so they don't get hurt by predators, and that does not happen in the wild. They're just out in the open. And if they're out in the open, people can hunt them and they can become endangered. I have to say that zoos are the reason that some animals come on the endangered list. I know that zoos put them in enclosures so they don't accidentally hurt animals. Clearly, zoos treat their animals with care by feeding them and giving them toys so they won't get bored. But have you ever heard of them doing anything else to take care of them? I have. Some zoos cool off the animals and set up sprinklers on hot days to cool the animals off so they don't burn out. They also give them vaccines to help them survive for longer. Some people might say zoos are bad for animals, but they are not going to get hurt in a zoo that they put in a wild.
To learn more. Thanks both for sharing. Remember, we have one more Jackter Showcase left for your to get your writing in 3rd graders. I'm Zoe. And I'm Sam, and we're from Miss Lane's 5th grade class.
While working with Mrs. Glenn, we learned about Native American tribes and did lots of fun activities, such as true or false and a fashion show stuff that everyone made. We even made a vest, a bucket hat, sleeves, leggings, or a shield. These things are based off traditional Native American clothing. We also made Native American houses out of different materials such as palmetto clips and more fun materials. We love making our learning come alive with Mrs. Glenn. The winners of the fourth grade writer spotlight are, drumroll please, Julian N. and Jared N. Come on down. Does anyone know the difference between a sea urchin and a pufferfish? Julian is here to help us answer that question.
Did you know that sea urchins and pufferfish have many differences and similarities? Well, sea urchins use their spines to protect themselves, and the spines have poison. But pufferfish can inflate their bodies to look like they're fat, which protects themselves by making them appear to be larger creatures in the water. Although sea urchins belong to the class of Echinoidea, pufferfish belong to the class of Tetradonidae, which have 2 top teeth and 2 bottom teeth. On the other hand, sea urchins have 2 feet and suckers on the spine. Another difference is pufferfish can suck up water into their stomach to pump and catch. Another difference is pufferfish can suck up water into their stomach to puff up and catch predators, whereas sea urchins do not because they have poison in their spines to attack their prey. Sea urchins and pufferfish do have some similarities as well. Both live in the ocean. Finally, sea urchins and pufferfish are alike because they both have spikes. As you can see, sea urchins and pufferfish have many differences and similarities.
Thanks, Julian, for sharing. I learned a lot. Jared wrote in about a month ago. Please share with us. Please share your writing.
Can you imagine going against a 50-foot shark? Megalodon was at one time the biggest shark in history. Megalodon grew to be 50 feet long. Females were even larger. They were up to 65 feet long. Their teeth were 17 inches long. Megalodons ate prehistoric elephants and whales. Megalodons were one of the first sharks in history. Megalodons lived in the middle of the ocean. Megalodons weighed 70 tons. They were as big as a whale shark. And the females were larger than a great white shark, and a T-Rex was 45 feet long. Megalodons died out of the ocean because of climate 20 million years ago. Megalodons existed on Earth for 200 million years. Megalodon went extinct 25 million years ago. If a megalodon was in the bottom of the ocean, they would die because the bottom of the ocean would be too cold for them to live.
Thanks for sharing. Remember, fourth grade, you have one more Jackter Showcase to submit your writing. It could be you. Please
vision board hotspot led by Miss Gail to share their future vision with us.
We are from Vision Boards. We are
Lenora, Liliana, Amelia,
and Logan.
In Vision Boards Hotspot, we were able to express our dreams. First, we had to learn what a vision board is, and then we made a planning sheet for what we wanted on our vision board.
Some examples in our vision boards are our school goals, personal goals, and motivational quotes. Next, we went on the computers and picked our backgrounds, and then added pictures. Finally, we printed the vision boards, put them on shorter pieces of paper, and then decorated the side. Some of our favorite parts are using Canva, choosing the pictures, and seeing the final result. Although we were all given the same instructions, they all turned out different. announcements.
There are 3 art critique winners this month. These amazing artistic pieces have been chosen because they focused on the art elements and principles of design, composition, and craftsmanship. Drum roll, please. Please welcome now Everly, Charlie, Crystal, Lila, and Anna. Halia.
Hello, I'm Crystal. I'm Lila. I'm Anna. And we're all from the Art Critique Board.
We have some important information for the third graders to listen up. Next year, the Art Critique Board will be a set group of fourth graders for the whole school year.
If you're in third grade right now and are interested in applying to be on the art critique board for next year, start writing your application and hand it in to your teacher or Miss Slack.
The Art Critique Board reviews the submitted artwork and chooses the winners for the Jackter Showcase. You need to be a role model who can give constructive feedback to others.
In your application, you need to write why you want to be on the Art Critique Board and what you can contribute to the Art Critique Board. Applications are due Friday, May 23rd.
Okay, let's get to the May art winners.
Drum roll, please. Our third grade artist spotlight goes to Hayden E. and Miss Delores class.
We love how Hayden blended the colors to create a realistic painting of the water.
She did a great job with the waves. That is really hard to do.
I don't know about you, Anna, but this painting makes me want to go swimming.
Here is what Hayden had to say about her artwork. Crystal is going to read it for her.
My name is Hayden, and I painted this painting because I was in a painting club and had only 2 colors, and I got blue and red, white. And I mixed them together, and I was thinking it was each, so I drew waves and blue water.
Great job, Hayden. Keep up the good work.
Drum roll, please. Our fourth grade artist spotlight was Kaylin A. from Miss Liberty's class.
I made this piece of art because I wanted to create a piece with the favorite snacks and one of my favorite animals. After I drew the picture, I decided where to shade and how it up. Then I came up with a name for it. This is how I made Snack the Waddle.
Strong and be us all smile. We love Kaylin's cute characters and the color she is. Here's what Kaylin has to say about her. We You're so creative, Kaylin. You're so creative, Kaylin. Congratulations.
Drum roll, please. Our fifth grade artist spotlight goes to Damon D in Mr. Donald's class.
David, you loved your training and the composition of your cat drawing.
That means you like where you place your cat on the page.
We can tell you spent a good amount of time creating this art. Here's what David has to say about his cat drawing.
This is my third art piece I made. I was inspired to make this because I was bored. I looked at my cat in the mirror. I worked for 3 days and finished this magnificent cat drawing. On the right eye, on the left, it was smudged. That I needed to fix it, so it took me an extra day. I tried 3 times until I did.
Way to go, Damon. Congratulations.
That sure was some great art, artists. That sure was some great art. Artists, please continue to submit your best artwork to the hot spot located outside the library.
We have one last Jackter Showcase this year, so let's see what you can create.
Stay creative. Archer Keyboard out. Please welcome down Harper B. and Elaine B. to tell us about flowers and the presentation. Hi, my name is Harper and this is my friend Elaine. We decided to research all kinds of flowers in our hotspot. We wanted to share you some unique flowers and some facts about them with you. Enjoy!
Fun fact, there are over 100 species of tulips and almost a tulip in every color. Some tulips are even edible. Rose fact, they have fossils dating back 35 million years old. The oldest living rose is 700 years old, and it grows on the walls of a German cathedral. The daisy fact, daisy leaves are consumable. Daisies can be fumed into medicine. These and other plants called daisies are distinguished by a composite flower head composed of 15 to 30 white-grade flowers. Sunflower fact. A single sunflower seed can produce almost 1,000 seeds.
I didn't know there were so many different kinds of flowers. Thanks for sharing. spotlight is fifth grade, and the winners are, drum roll please, Sammy B and Callie C. Sammy, you wrote about Greece's diverse culture. We can't wait to know more.
Greek has a rich and diverse culture. Athens is a city full of culture. One of the oldest traditions in Athens is the Athens Marathon. The Athens Marathon dates back to ancient times. Athens Marathon originated back to 409 BC when the passenger fighter bees ran 26.2 miles to tell Athens they won the war and then dropped dead. Another interesting holiday is Infany. Infany is a religious holiday that is celebrated when the three kings went to give baby Jesus his gifts. Have you ever tried Greek food? Greek food has a very delicious food. One of the delicious food is souvlaki. Souvlaki is made by grilled cheese cooked in a rotisserie. Another delicious dish is tzatziki. Tzatziki is made with Greek yogurt and chives. Have you ever heard of saganaki cheese? Saganaki cheese is made by flour, cheese, bread, and butter. These foods sound delicious. Did you know that Greece has an interesting climate? Greece winter is a lot different than the winters in Colchester. Greece has rainy and moist winters and it's highly rare for Greece to have snow. Colchester has snowy winters that can get freezing. Greece has dry summers that can get up to 80 to 90 degrees. Colchester has hot summers that can get up to 90 to 100 degrees. Something they have in common is they both have westerly winds. Greece is a perfect climate and people like the vacation spot.
Wow, that was interesting. We would like to present you with this reward. Callie wrote about Japan traditions. Would you share your writing with us? Japan is known as a country rich in culture and tradition. For big celebrations or holidays, women, men, boys, and girls all wear kimonos. During these celebrations, the Japanese drink tea, eat rice, fish, jelly, pickled vegetables, soup, eggs, and meat. As some might know, speaking and writing Japanese is extremely difficult to do. Written Japanese, also known as kanji, is a combination of Chinese letters and Roman symbols. However, being a citizen of Japan is not all hard. The Japanese do activities such as playing instruments, theater, dancing, painting, and wood carving. Speaking of carving, the Japanese are famous for their popular ivory carving. But some of these activities are not as common since Japan is home to Japanese baseball and sumo wrestling. Now let's talk about school. The average Japanese student consistently scores well on international science and mathematics testing. Also, Japan has over 500 universities and around 600 technical and junior colleges. Overall, Japan's culture is absolutely amazing. Thank you for sharing. Now I know a lot more about Japan. Remember, there's one more Jackter Showcase to submit your writing. I've been listening to all these amazing stories. I just want to say, all of the writers did an amazing job. Remember, there's one more Jackter Showcase to get all of your amazing writing in. It could be you.
Please welcome Kimmy, Caroline, and Kenzie from Mr. Dalton's class to share the writing projects about European explorers. Kimmy wrote about Marco Polo, Caroline wrote about Samuel Champlain, and last but certainly not least, Kenzie wrote about Ferdinand Magellan. Let's hear part of their amazing work.
The Adventurous Marco Polo. Marco Polo was an amazing Italian explorer. He traveled deserts and freezing cold mountains. He also accomplished things outside of exploring which are very fascinating.
Read more about Marco Polo and you'll never forget his name, and you'll leave with more history knowledge than when you came. Don't worry, you will definitely be intrigued with this story. Also be prepared for some surprising facts. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. The exploration. The Polo set out in 1271, traveling the Silk Road with a couple of bumps and bruises along the way. It was when the Polos went to Madagascar, modern-day Afghanistan, when Marco Polo fell ill, having the exciting trip on hold for a year. When Marco Polo regained his strength and energy, the trip continued. They traveled through the Puma Mountains with lots of snow, wind, and slippery ice. Then they entered the Gobi Desert. It had little amounts of water, and the weather stretched until about a burning 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius. Around the year 1275, the Polos had reached the court of the Kublai Khan. The Khan began to like the young Italian merchant and gave him a chance to travel throughout the vast empire. He wanted Marco's opinion on the empire and what he saw. During this, Marco discovered spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, and pepper. When traveling the Silk Road home, they traveled by sea this time the 12 miles. Accomplishments. Marco Polo's journey home was unusual and not as casual as he expected, doing the unexpected and also having jail time too. Marco Polo was expecting to leave China but did not receive permission from the Khan to leave his services. Later, the Republic of Venus had started a war on the Republic of Genoa. During 1298, Marco was taken to prison and was put with a fantastic writer, Rustichello. Polo told him many of the stories, and Rustichello wrote everything he said in a book. In English, the book was called The Travels of Marco Polo. Though most were excited about the book, some people believed it was fake. For example, Polo described some animals like monkeys as unicorns. Also, some people thought his story was too good to be true. After an exciting life, Marco Polo died on January 8, 1524 due to an unknown illness. The Dangerous Explorer by Ferdinand Magellan. Introduction. Ferdinand Magellan is a fantastic Portuguese explorer. He led a daring expedition into unknown waters in search of foreign lands. He was the first person to discover a route by which ships could sail from east to west. Sailing from the East View, Magellan started his explorations that has his route. Maybe you're wondering how he ended up dying. Well, let's learn more about him. Read more to find out about this very interesting explorer. Discovery. Ferdinand Magellan wanted to reach the south and find spices and gems. He set out from Spain in 1519 with a fleet of 5 ships to discover the western sea route to Spice Islands. He knew it was dangerous, but not believe in by his crew. Ferdinand Magellan did not indeed end up finding spices. Ferdinand Magellan did indeed end up finding spices like cloves and nutmeg, as well as a couple of other goods like sandalwood. In 1520, Ferdinand Magellan discovered the channel-looking that led to the Pacific Oceans between the mainlands of South America and Terra del Fuego Island. Magellan pressed ahead on November 28, 1520 to Canada Conception, and Victoria exited the strait into a large sea. Magellan named the body of water Mar Pacifica, the Pacific Ocean. Problems he encountered. Ferdinand Magellan's crew was in bad shape. The food had run out and the drinking water was not clean. The men searched the ships for rats to eat. Others ate any scraps of leather they could find. Many men suffer from scurvy. This is a disease caused by a lack of vitamin E, which can be found in fruits and vegetables. Man of exploration and is also native allies. Introduction. Have you ever heard of Samuel de Champlain, father of New France? Samuel de Champlain was an amazing French explorer who made many intriguing interactions with the Native Americans. He made the natives into guides on his interesting explorations, traded with them, and went to war with and against them. Champlain was called the father of New France because he founded Quebec City in 1608 as a settlement for the French. Would you like to find out more about these fascinating interactions full of friendship, admiration, and adventure? If so, then read this text, stuffed with captivating tales of French and native, the ultimate allies with Samuel de Champlain at the root of it all. Guides of Champlain at your service. Still here, Champlain utilized the natives as guides on his exploration. The Hurons are the Native Americans from what is now southern Ontario, Canada, and southern Michigan in the United States. They adored Samuel de Champlain, so they invited him to explore the mines of rich copper and vast bodies of water across their lands. Champlain listened carefully as the Indians told him stories of long, treacherous river systems that opened up into endless, unforgiving waters. Paying close attention to what the natives said, Samuel made maps and estimates that contained valuables of which areas to explore and which to avoid at all costs. These maps came in great use in later explorations. Conclusion. My writing shows that Native Americans played a huge part in Samuel de Champlain's explorations. They did a lot more for Champlain than we give them credit for, and they should be remembered as helpers and friends of the great Samuel de Champlain. Without the natives that he hired as guides, traded with, and went to war with and against, Champlain would be a different man. I hope that my writing taught you something, and that maybe, hopefully, you'll need to go lay down and get a glass of cold water because you are so blown away with this text and the information that it holds. Now that you can fully appreciate what the Indians did for Samuel de Champlain, get out of here so that I can get started on my next book. Don't forget to tell your friends and family some of the amazing facts that you learned here. Bye! Great job! Thanks for sharing. I'm not sure what your writing was. You must all have worked so hard on these. I'm Zaire. Next week, there will be applications available for the next year's production team. Applications can be found in the office or where you drop off books in the library. You can ask any of us, Ms. Lincoln, or Ms. Head if you have any questions. Thank you all for participating. We can't wait to see you guys next time.
Production team out!